And we're right back. Did a little looting, so you didn't really miss much. Goodbye. So we're gonna see if we can fight Dragon Priest Boy here in this 20-minute video. Now, some of these sarcophaguses may actually be open with sleeping Draugr. That gives you an advantage to actually taking them out and some of that too. So. Get these videos in before I go get lunch. I haven't decided what the hell I want anyways. A lot of skeletons. And there's a gentleman sleeping right there. Same thing now, if your stealth is high enough, you will sometimes, on extreme rare occasions, you will not actually activate the interactive border, the invisible line with each of these areas. So when you go past a certain area, it activates traps or activate a storyline or certain enemies, you get ambushed, etc., etc. You can actually go through these entire temples without actually activating any of these Draugr that are sleeping, unless they're actually naturally activated through no matter what. No matter if your stealth is high enough, that, they're set on a certain timer. So let's say like you have like 30 seconds to get through this area before they're actually activated. And then there's ones where they're just only activated by noise or physical contact, and through attacking them or running, so like that, which will actually wake them up. So but there's one there, one there, one there, one there. And this is one of the best ways of doing stealth, doing a Let's Play / guide with a stealth characters, because you can actually scout the entire area without actually activating any of them, and it allows you to help newer players out playing Skyrim. Hey, this is how many enemies are in this area. This is what happens when you're going to activate them. Instead of just rushing in there with a sword and shield or magic, just blast shit away, and then you suddenly getting attacked by like 3 enemies you didn't know were behind you. So. And somehow I missed that shot. Those shots can be kind of somewhat tricky because you have to aim at least decently high. Otherwise, it just glitches right through them. I found it on the console version too. I don't know why the hell they're set up like that. You got shot in the ass, my boy. Goodbye. Even though somehow I missed that shot, I still took you boys out. How did we miss that shot? Is it? Oh, I shot like way above him. Yeah, I gotta shoot a little lower. That's the one thing that I like. I don't think they put it in Oblivion. As it says empty, or it'll say search urn, basically tells you whether it has items or not. If I remember correctly, Oblivion does not do that. So it's just a guessing game at that point. 24 points away, getting my archery up again, so that's nice. Above. Just beware, shooting these little lantern urns will cause the explosion. So any items or potions that are on the ground or on little shelves like that will get blasted. So it's a different area. So double help. Okay. Game just said I have a glitch fart there and not shoot my arrow at all. Oof. Even if you somehow survive that arrow, he hit that part there and fell down there. Depending on how he falls, if he falls on his shoulder or his arm, probably broken, but he might survive. But if he falls on his head even from that height, he's either dead or he's gonna get knocked out with a big concussion. There's a spring trap, as you can see, spikes there. I don't want this. Let's find out what's in here, shall we? Yeah, screw you. Just randomly popped in my head. The one thing I wish they would have done is, like, if you messed up just once, it would activate the trap. And the only game that I ever known to ever do that was on PC, and it's a really old school game. Like, we're talking like 90s. Was still today one of my favorite games. Never beat it because there's a glitch in the game that would prevent you from proceeding on any further. And if you were to actually get that glitch or bug, you would literally have to pretty much restart your entire goddamn game over again. And it's a game called Return to Krondor. Very old school. We're talking like 95, 96. So it's still like Windows, early Windows era type of game. But the game was completely awesome. Turn-based, you know. But one of the things that was nice is that it had traps in there. And one of the things you could use your peek spell, and you can see what traps may be in there. However, some traps were actually immune to that, or some chests were immune to that. So if you try to peek to see what type of trap it would actually activate the trap. Or if you used the wrong tool, unlike Skyrim where you get multiple tries until you run out of lockpicks, that game, if you used the wrong tool on the trap of that chest, it would actually activate the trap and damage you. So it was a really cool old school game, but I still have it, but I found that the save feature does not work. It would refuse to let me save, and I don't know why, but I miss playing that game though. It's extremely difficult too though, so. Ooh, Guardian, huh? Well, Guardian Boy's dead. Yeah, you ain't glitching through that one, my little shit. Little bastard tried to sidestep my arrow. Instead, he said sidestepping it right in front of it. Got nothing but a bunch of crap. Alright, so pretty much the rest of this video should be fighting the dragon priest. The one thing I can say I recommend, especially even if you are playing a physical character, invest points into your alternation skill, because it will save you a lot of trouble taking on magic users, because it will reduce some of the magic damage you actually take. Oak Flesh will absorb like 40 points of magic damage, so it's like the least amounts. Then there's like Stone Flesh, I believe it's like 60, I think it is. And then there's Iron Flesh, I think it's like 100, and then there's like Dragon Flesh, which is like 200. So, but those type of ones actually do come in really handy. I don't know what the hell is. Oh, it's over here. Let me see. Do we have potions? Light feet, hard to detect. Just a shock. Ooh, we only had that one. Ah, that's not good. I guess this one could come in handy. We don't have any more bonus for our thing. Okay. You know, that's for speech. Useless to me. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go with our highest level arrows, or at least close to highest level arrows, 16 for those. 10, you're at a 7, 12, 10, 83. I'm gonna try to do as much damage to this dickhead as I can. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna activate this. Ah, crap. I was having a feeling he might have tried to pull that shit, come around the corner. He's trying to gain distance so he can use his little fireball spell, crap. You're dead. The thing with the Dragon Priests, they're very fickle from what I found from their animations, because sometimes they'll be highly aggressive to you, and sometimes they'll try to run away from you. And what I've noticed is when they're trying to run away from you, okay, yours is not what I thought it was. So yeah, we're in the right area, I believe. But resistance to fire, frost, and shock is improved, and it's heavy armor. Most Dragon Priest masks are all heavy armor, which sucks. But that's another good thing. You pair that up with the Lord Stone, you can basically make almost a damn near impossible physical character that's going to be immune to almost any form of magic damage mages are going to throw at you. So we are still in the right territory, because if his temple is over here, which means the guy's temple that I'm thinking of is going to be south down here. Because I do know there's another Dragon Priest guy within this area. So his might be further south. That's the case. We're going to want to go down that way. But his mask is still one of the better ones for even stuff like mages can still use his mask if you plan to do like a heavy armor, like a battle mage or something like that. But I'd say his is more helpful for actual physical characters than really mages or archers and everything like that. Crap loot. Grab this. Peace kinds peace. We have 6.5 minutes left. Which that's mostly just consists of us just running out of this goddamn place because there's no shortcut out here. So yeah, that's Otar. Not exactly difficult, in my opinion, if you're playing a stealth character. But as you can see, he was right up on me and did not notice my character. That's why stealth is so broken in Skyrim. That pendulum trap, I've heard that goddamn thing multiple times. I do not know where the hell it's at. I usually don't bother with it anyways. But the one thing I forgot to mention too is when it comes to certain armors in the game, guards in certain towns and stuff like that I found out will actually give you compliments or admire you for wearing the armor that you actually are. Especially if you're wearing something like ebony armor. They'd be like, "Is that ebony armor? Wow, it's so fancy looking," or some random crap like that they'll say. And it's hilarious with some of the stuff they'll say for some of the armor that you wear. Alright, so that's one Dragon Priest down. What the hell is our closest area here? Bard's Leap. Karthspire. I don't really want to go to goddamn Karthspire. Put Bard's Leap. Just because if I go through Karthspire, I gotta crawl over a bunch of mountains, all this crap, and it's just not worth it. Okay, so that was over in that territory. I'm gonna go south? Or we're actually in that right area, actually. I just deal with the annoying ass hag raven. But I'm not gonna bother killing any of them, it's just not worth it. Not worth it. There's a random cave up there we might take out, though. And just be aware, in some of the towns and cities, I know Solitude has one of them, there are secret quests that can only be activated, because there's 2 secret quests that I can think of. And they can only be activated if you do a certain amount of stuff for the people in the town, which that might be the place we're thinking of right there. Or you have to be a certain level. And one of them is in Solitude, and the other one is in Whiterun. And I'm not going to say what they are, but I can tell you that the one for Solitude, you do have to do a certain amount for certain people, and the one in Whiterun, you have to be not only, I believe, a certain level, but you also have to have a certain amount of admiration for the people in that town. So you have to talk to a certain person in order to actually get it specifically. Those 2 trolls were actually fighting each other. Those are regular trolls in this area, and there's a weapon down there that's called Troll's Bane, which is damage just to trolls, bonus damage. Dead. For all my archer masters, how far would you say that is? You know, in feet wise. You know, because that's pretty damn far. Maybe what, 300-400 feet. Take you boys out. I don't have to worry about this shit. Yeah, you have it. Yeah. Frofenir Trollbane. Troll's Bane burns trolls for 15 points of damage. So it's actually one of the few unique weapons in the game that actually has its like own actual name for a certain type of enemy. You know, I believe this is the temple over here. This was what I was thinking of. That has the other dragon priest in it. Yes, this is the temple I was trying to think of. We were on complete opposite sides. Volfnum. He was the one I was thinking of. So when you go in there, there's going to be a ghost guy that's going to warn you that there's a powerful lich in there, and that you need his blood in order to activate to break him back to pretty much just stop him. The ghost guy's using all his power to just hold him from awakening, and he's slowly being weakened, and he's at the breaking point that if he can't hold any longer, the dragon priest will be released. But we have a minute left, and we're actually going to end that video right there. I'm going to stop the timer before it goes off. But either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitized. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave comments below. Make sure to check out the rest of my videos, and I hope you continue to enjoy this Skyrim Let's Play or guide, whatever you wish to call it. And I'll see you guys.